I asked you guys what you wanted to see next, and you didn't want me to translate endless spells. You didn't want me to do the meta report. You wanted me to start work on the Sand and Bone update for SPEARCRY. So that's what I've been busy with. I have a version 1 that's all together. So today what we're going to do is I asked our good friend War Games on Toast to come over. He's going to do some playtesting with me. So you guys get to see a little bit in advance the kinds of cards and the kinds of abilities that I put into this system. Now I do want to say that this is very much a V1 of these rules. Some of them are going to change. We found a few bugs while actually playtesting this, so it's going to be a little while before I can get them to you in a finished, polished package. But overall, it's looking fun. Toast still really enjoys the system. He really enjoyed how to play it. And yeah, hopefully by the end of it, we'll have something really cool for you. I can't sell you this deck. I'm not going to sell you this deck, but if you want all of the cards themselves, all the battle tactics for the previous version of SpearCry, there's going to be links down in the description below. You can go to my website, offmetamusings.com. You can get the assets. You can get it for yourself. We're getting there. Slowly and surely. Yeah, I know things have been a bit slow recently, but I'm doing my best here to put out stuff for you. What I wanted to do is I wanted to say a big thank you for everyone who continues to support the channel and continues to support the work that we do here to try and push out these games to more and more people. For you guys who have not yet done so, if you like what you see, please give me a subscribe, give me a like, and put a comment down in the comment section below about what you think about this video. For you guys who want to throw some more support my way, you can check me out on Patreon, you can become a YouTube member, you can join my Discord. All links for that are going to be down in the comment section below. But again, even if you don't want to, thank you for everyone. Let's carry on. Let's make it a great 2025. But for now, let's get back to the video. Welcome back. Welcome. What are we doing today, Toast? I can currently tell you.
SpearCry.
We're doing new SpearCry. Yeah. So I ran a poll the other day, and basically the thing that people wanted me to work on was Sand and Bone and those rules for SpearCry. So that's what I've been working on, which means I've got a whole bunch of new cards. I got a whole bunch of new stuff, and we need to playtest it because I don't want it to be broken. I want people to have fun. So that's what we are going to be doing today. What I've done is I've cleaned up some of the wording that I was using before to kind of specify as and when things happen, because there were some cards that were not the most intuitive. So that's all done. I also translated all of the Sand and Bone objectives into Warcry, which is great. Some of them don't work one-to-one, so I kind of fiddled them around. Some of them are kind of copies of Harp Gur. There are some new abilities in there. There are some new missions, new twists, all sorts of things. So we got the two new decks. We've got Ossia and we've got Delorum. We've got the new Battle Tactics deck. I think, Toast, what we do is we kind of go as we did last time, right? And play with open hands.
Yeah.
So that people know what's going on.
I am absolutely fine with that.
Exciting thing is that Ziggy has been busy. So we've got Delorum and we've got Ossia. Would you like to... Ooh. So do you want the Realms of Catacross, or do you want the Realms of... What's her name? Not the Briar Queen. Lady Alinda.
Oh, we'll go with Alinda. She sounds less wenchy.
Okay. So, what you're going to notice immediately, there were some changes I had to make for this because that's basically what they did in Sand and Bone. And I want people who have that Spearhead board to be able to use their Spearhead boards. So what Games Workshop did in their infinite wisdom is they changed the sizes of the objectives. Yeah. So you see, we still have 5 objectives, but you've got 4 small ones and 1 big one.
Okay.
Normally objectives would be like 3 inches from the center, but these objectives are 2.5 inches wide, so a little bit smaller, and the big boy is like 4 inches.
Wow. Okay, he's a big boy.
Yeah, and so this is one of the maps. You've got the other map, which is only 4 objectives, but the other map has a twist that allows you to like place additional objectives on the board. It's kind of fun. I have made deployments for this. I just need to get them. If I've done my job correctly, we should have a good game, and everything should be absolutely fine. If I haven't, we're going to have problems, but that's what this is for, right? We're playtesting. We're going to try and figure this out. But we have lists. We do. So what you got today? What have you got for me?
So I'm playing Cypher Lord. So with Cypher Lords, I have a Thrall Master, a Mindbound, 2 mirror blades, which are have never been seen before. So 2 mirror blades, they're awful. A luminance,
bad.
who's also awful. And then to add something that's actually good, I've got an Ephelim, an Apatrax, and a Mindbound. A Kindle Finger. Kindle Finger, who is almost assuredly going to die immediately, but that's okay. And I've got crit blessings on the mirror blades and the luminate. So basically, anything that's good at killing stuff is actually crit 6.
That's not bad. Like, melee, their stats are bad. It's just wounds, their stats. Oh, no, sorry. Melee, their stats aren't bad. Wounds, their stats are bad.
Yeah, toughness 3 and 10 wounds for 125 points base is so egregiously high. For its point cost, it's disgusting. Especially the Mindbound are 70 points and they have identical defensive stats.
Yeah.
Just 55 points cheaper.
You're paying for that point of strength and damage.
Yeah, apparently.
Yep. And on my side, I'm playing Nighthaunt today. I literally just threw this together, but I kind of like the look of this warband, actually. We got a Krulgast Crusader with Might to give it strength 5 on its shooting attacks. We got the Briar Queen, who's kind of fun. A pair of Spirit Hosts, because I really like Spirit Hosts. I've given them +1 crit, so when they do Frightful Touch, they go, woo! And then, like, a bunch of Chain Rasp, 3 Chain Rasp. So running 7-man, it should be fast. It should be fairly durable, actually. Like the Briar Queen's 22 wounds and toughness 5. Krulgast 25 wounds, 28, I think, on Spirit Hosts. Yeah, 28 wounds each on the Spirit Hosts. I think we should be okay.
You have way more wounds than me. I've got more models. But it's like, it's disgustingly, the difference is astronomical, in fact.
Yes.
I love it. I'm going to beat you to death, though, so it's fine.
Will eat me to death. Yes. Okay, so each player has a battle tactics deck, and the idea is at the beginning of each turn, you're going to be drawing up to 3 cards for that battle tactics deck. Let's show you and give you an example. I'll do this. Give you an example. This is what a battle tactic card looks like. It's split into 2 parts. You've got the tactic itself, which will tell you how many points you're going to score if you manage to do those conditions during the turn. And if you don't want to do that or you can't do that, each card has a command, and the command is like a bonus ability that your guys get to use. It works just like normal abilities, but it's going to be free. Some of them are going to be reactions. The reactions are not free, because free reactions are actually pretty powerful, and they cost around about 40 points, according to battle traits. But they're still pretty good, so you can use them. And that's basically it, right? So we're going to be drawing up to 3 of them per turn, using them throughout the turn, scoring them at the end of the turn. Any that we score or we use, we can discard, and then we'll draw up at the beginning of next turn. If you don't want to use those battle tactics and you're at the end of the turn, you can always discard your hand or any number of cards from your hand and then draw 3. On top of that, we have a twist deck. These are what twists look like. Beginning of every turn, we're going to be drawing a twist. That twist will be in play for that turn. And that's basically it. Normally, it's some kind of like little catch-up mechanic for the person who loses. Sometimes it will be like, oh, the loser gets to pick an objective or 2 objectives, but if it's a draw, that you both get to pick an objective, and it'll be like, oh, a bonus victory point, or it might be a little effect that happens throughout that turn. So that's that. Everything is set up. So we're going into turn 1. So as normal, we are going to, beginning of turn 1, we are going to draw our 3 cards. We're going to play with open hands, just so everybody at home can see, and also so I can gauge the power of some of these cards, because this is a playtest game, basically, so I'm trying to figure out what's good and what isn't. I have Supply Raid. Supply Raid is one of the new style of scoring that I've put in. So you're going to reveal it at the beginning of combat phase. So normally your hands are hidden from each other. And if there's a battle tactic that requires you to reveal it, you reveal it. Normally, it's going to be for things like treasure and things where you have to interact with your opponent. So this one, you reveal it at the beginning of the phase, choose 2 enemy fighters without the beast rune mark, or any 2 enemy fighters if there's no other eligible fighters. Those 2 fighters are carrying treasure. And at the end of the battle round, if any of your fighters are carrying treasure, you're going to get 2 victory points for each piece of treasure that they carry. So you pick 2 of your opponent's fighters, give them treasure, you got to kill them, you got to get the treasure, hold on to it at the end of the turn, and you'll get 2 points for each one. It also has a command, Terrifying Assault, which is an ability. You're going to pick 1 enemy fighter within 1 inch. If this fighter made a move action in this activation, that enemy fighter is not counted when determining which player controls an objective. So you get to move into things and go, ooh, and they kind of get scared and run. I've also got
Big
Dice
spooky.
of Yes, I've also got Dice of the Necropolis, which requires you to get the Necropolis Dice. In Spearhead, every single one of the objectives are named. So we've got Dice of the Night, Dice of Delusion, Dice of Blood. So Dice of the Necropolis is in this corner. And it's also got Grind Them to Dust as a command. If they are within 3 inches of a visible enemy fighter with 1 or more damage points allocated to them, until the end of this fight's activation, you basically get +1 attack and strength for melee attack actions. So your opponent has to be wounded first. It's very much like the Thoughts of Cain ability. So if anyone's already wounded, you get a boost. And then I've also got Morbid Consecration. Basically, if you kill any enemy fighters during the battle round, you're going to get 1 point. And the reaction is Final Breath, which is a reaction. If you die, you get to react to make a bonus melee attack action that will always hit on 5s. This sounds fun in my brain. I'm hoping that the fact that it only always hits on 5s instead of you hitting on your normal strength or whatever is a balancing factor for this. It is a reaction that you have to use. So the timing might be a bit dodgy, which is why I think it's okay. But what have you got, Toast? Have you got anything interesting?
So none of mine are particularly relevant for this turn, but I've got Raise, which is if I kill an enemy on an objective, big hunking 2 points. Alternatively, I could just get a free move action and, do shenanigans with that.
Yeah.
I have attack on 2 fronts, which is why I take 2 of your objectives. Then I score 2 points, which is quite difficult when you have none currently. But also, it's got a really good defensive ability where until the end of the battle round, attack actions that target my fighter will always miss on a score of 3 or less. So basically, it negates all your fancy strength.
Yeah. Only the hit on 4s.
Yes, and then dig to graves is I need to kill something on a turn in which one of my guys died. At which point I get 2 points, and I get a reaction as an alternative, which is counter charge, which is if something moves next to one of my guys, I can pick another guy to make a move to get into contact with
Just like
the guy that moved.
The Cruel Boys reaction. This one.
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
So
all right, so let us begin.
I have 2 doubles.
I have a double and 4 singles.
Ooh, you have initiative.
I do. And I also have a wild dice. I think I'm just going to hold on to this because I don't see myself needing, anything.
I'll make a triple. I'm playing Cypher Lord, so it's actually, make use of our
Very
teleport. Let's make a teleport. I've got 2 teleporting Cypher Lord targets, models you can teleport.
Not a help it.
So I might as well use them. Not a help it. I was very tempted, though.
All right.
Help it's very fun.
Cool. I'm going to give you priority in that case, so
Cool.
you can go first.
I'm going to blow your mind and wait on this Kindle finger.
Right. I'm not going to, at the beginning of the battle round, I'm not going to reveal supply raid. I'm going to hold on to it because I think I can use it maybe later. And that's basically it. Okay, I'm gonna move the chambers. He's going to move into this little corner as close to this as possible, because what I want to try and do, you're going to come in within 3 inches of this board edge, so maybe I can do some interesting blocking things. I know you get to deploy up here, but if I put things in fanciful spaces, maybe that'll work.
I'm all for just deploying and hitting in the head, so...
Oh yeah, sure. I'm sure you are.
I'm very unga like that.
100%. One more thing. You'll notice that some of the wording has changed to within range of an objective. That's because of the different sizes. So in the core rules, when I update this, the capturing objective wording is basically going to change, and it's going to say within range, and then it's going to define what ranges for different objectives. That's for anyone wondering that.
That makes sense. I didn't think of that, but that makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Kindlefinger will skedoodle.
Kindlefinger.
Let's make sure I'm not walking to death here. There we go. We can do it like that. And avoid walking at death, but still toe poking that objective like a sneaky Kindlefinger.
He is toe poking. I think what we're going to do, actually, is we're going to get this here Spirit Host. We'll get them... He kind of needs to be in a position where he can go and capture things. So what we're going to do is we're basically just going to fly over here within 1 inch on this side of Kindlefinger.
Kindlefinger.
So he's in combat.
Okay, so I'm contemplating things. Yeah, this is a big old hunk bit of terrain. I could theoretically plant my guy on the objective here and actually be kind of safe.
So there's a lot of space around it, and the objective is massive, right? Because it's the central objective of the board. So I think there's a lot of play around like the corners of this objective to like try and protect your models.
I'll move Apatrax just to here. I think.
Staff.
That's probably.
Yeah, this will work. Perfect. We're going to move the Briar Queen up. I think she's got 10, and then she's got like a 9-inch range, which kind of covers a lot of the board, but not an amazing amount
of the board.
Right, but it's still a good amount.
Okay. Been a while since I've played Ephelim. Okay, that makes sense. So, if we move our Ephelim 4 to here, strength 4 range attacks, not too bad. Briar Queen's kind of spooky, not going to lie. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use Ephelim's Sudden Warp Portal to swap places with Kindle Finger, because they are within 12.
Yes, so she's teleporting, is that right?
Yes, so she's swapped with Kindle Finger, who's now over here.
Very good. And Kindle Finger's gone. That's fine. That's fine.
And then with her actual action, she's got one left. She only moved once and teleport. She's going to fire into the Spirit Host.
Not the Spirit Host. All right.
For 3 damage.
Okay, cool. That's absolutely fine. So Ephlin's done. So you've just got the 2 mirror. You got the Mirror Blade and the Luminate. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So now I can do this Spirit Host. This Spirit Host is going to use a double to go plus on move, which means it can go 14.
Spooky.
Man.
Cool. So I've got so many weird little tricks I can do here. Instead, we're going to do some cool Cypher Lords bullshit. The Luminate is going to
Cypher Lords bullshit is always fun.
My boy, the Luminate, never before seen, is going to attack into the Spirit Host.
Never seen. Okay, this is a move attack, right?
Never before seen. Yes. So it's 5 attacks, hitting on 4s.
That's one. I'll absorb the damage.
Look at my 6s. Well, that's 14 damage.
It's not enough.
Then we use Shadowy Recall because she can teleport things. So any Cypher Lord on the board within minion room mark can be teleported within 6, and not even wholly within, just within 6.
Okay, so you're going to teleport Mirror Blade.
Yep. So somewhere over here, basically.
Yep.
Probably like here, as long as everyone's sort of out of 9 of her. Yep. That's probably fine just there. And then he will. That's the Luminate done. Now the Mirror Blade will attack.
Got
one less attack, but she gets to attack twice.
Do I have any fighters left? No, I don't have any fighters left. Yeah, go for it.
So I got to attack 8 times, hitting on 4s. What was that? That's only 4. 4. That was good. I was hoping to get a 6 or 2 in there.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And we're done, right? I think. Aha, cool. So I take the big one, and I take the Necropolis. You have Night and Blood. Okay, so end of the turn. How many? Let's score some points. We both get 2 points from the objectives because we both have 1 and we have 2, which is fine. From your hand, are there any that you score? I scored Dias of the Necropolis for 1.
Yeah, I scored nothing.
And that's it. Okay, anything you want to discard?
No, actually.
No. Okay, that's absolutely fine. So we go through to the next turn. New twist, Delorme twist, overpowering grief. Start the combat phase. So at the start of the combat phase, this will come into effect. If one player has fewer victory points, the player picks 1 objective on the battlefield. No longer controlled by either player and cannot be contested or controlled in this battle. That's what's going to happen, and you're going to get to use it. How many singles do you have? You have 4, so you choose first. Turn off an objective, basically.
I do. Actually, I'm behind on it, so it's honestly, I think I'll turn off the middle one.
Middle one?
Actually, no. I want to turn off this one. I can't turn off one of yours because I want to take them both.
Yeah, it's got an infected bone is what it's got. All right, cool. And your dice.
Yeah, I'll make a triple. What's that? Do I need a triple, actually?
I'm going to make a triple.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I might even make 2. Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll make a triple. What's that, Floats? What's that for loading?
I'm going to legit make 2 triples. Triple sprint and a triple 2. So, you have the choice to go first or second.
I will go first.
You will go first? Okay, go for it.
Okie dokie. So, I don't want to get Briar Queen. That's like part of the
Get
issue here.
shot.
At least not double shot, right? Like that just seems to make it bad. I'll go first. So I think what I need to do, I'll go with the Luminate. And
Action.
the Luminate is going to swing into the Spirit Host.
He's got 4 attacks, right? 5 attacks.
5 attacks.
So a lot of attacks.
I'm going to kill myself before I kill you. Don't worry.
Right. I'm not going to react on... Oh, no, wait. It's... Yes, I'm not going to react when you declare the attack action. Okay.
That is
enough to take
a
me down.
trillion damage.
So I'm going to react with Final Breath. So
Oh.
I get a free attack action against you, but I only hit on 5s. So
You're not in range.
You're right. I die.
Aha.
That didn't work. What's the death pile?
Screw you.
That's fine.
Tiny person.
So I don't use that because I can't use that. Haha. Very good. All right. What else is your Luminate going to do?
The Luminate is then, I think, going to move into combat. I think I can tie. Yeah, I can get in combat tie up there. Batfest. Shadowy Recall. So Shadowy Recall.
Yeah.
I'm going to recall from the shadows the Neuroblade
right?
over here.
Yeah.
I could theoretically take any safe lot and do this, but I'm going to take this guy specifically.
Didn't they remove the minimum range? Like it used to have a range on it.
Yeah. It also used to be wholly within 6 inches. It's not anymore. I can do this kind of shit.
It's a big teleport. Yeah. When you can do that,
it's a big whopping one. So I don't think I can actually get into combat with you.
Sure.
But I can get close enough that you can't shoot us.
Okay, so fair enough. All right.
And then with my other action, I will go 3, 2.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm going to do this Spirit Host. This Spirit Host is going to Frightful Touch. Its first attack is going to go... So 6 dice. I'm going to go on 4s, is that right? 3s.
That's toughest one.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, 6 dice on 3s. Doing 4 damage is what I got. Bang!
We got this.
You counters. Well, you die. I take 1.
I die aggressively die.
You take 4, 8, 12, 16. You take 20. Next up, I'm going to attack Apatrax the Stairfish. I know we're on 4s this time.
4s. Yes.
What do you like to do?
And Frightful Touch lasts both attack actions, right?
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. And I'm going to die. So I'll use air counter. I suspect I am dead.
I need 3 hits.
I am
a lot of
very
hits.
dead.
I take 2. Apatrax falls over.
Yes.
Ooh, spooky. You don't need to roll crits when you automatically crit. We're doing it.
That is true. Both those rolls would have killed without Frightful Touch.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, it was not required. I've lost 2 activations from that. That's really bad. Okay. So, in a similar vein, my boy will run up. Get close enough so you cannot fucking shoot us.
I can't shoot you, but I'm outside of combat range. That's the idea, yes?
Yes. You only melee range one.
Yeah, I'm melee 1. Yeah.
That is my mind bound done.
Hey. Right, I think it's going to have to be the Cruel Gas Cruciator. So I'm going to be winning on 3s with 4 shots, doing 1 4 damage. I do 1, and then we'll go again.
4 6s and I die.
4 6s. I do another 3.
Okay.
It's unlikely. Like, realistically, he's not the best situated to killing, like, 15 wound dudes.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, let's poke the Briar Queen. So this Mirror Blade with Glaive is going to move into range. And you want 5s. We're crit efficient. So we're done. Do you want to react?
No, I think okay. Nothing.
That is the Mirror Blade done.
That's fine. So over here we've got this Chain Rasp. The Chain Rasp is going to disengage. Because I don't want to get packed by the Full Master. I think we're just going to fly.
Ephraim will move 4. Do I want to shoot the Briar Queen? Is the question. You don't have many guys. It's like part of the... I've lost 2 guys, but you've lost a guy. But like,
yeah, so I'm on 6,
models, right?
and we should be evens now, right? I think.
We are even now, so it's actually not too bad. You can revive things, which is part of the issue.
Yes, I totally can. And that's totally going to be a thing that I'm going to do.
I am not even remotely surprised. Strap Eflin, my boy, is just going to move up twice. Ish.
Okay, she wants to get in this.
Let's get close enough so I don't get shot.
We should be fine then in that case, because I can just go like this. Boop, disengage. And I guess sit happily on that objective.
That's fine. That's fine. 2.
Everyone is just piling on to that middle objective. Well, I can do this Chain Rasp then. This Chain Rasp is very important I stay on the Icon of Blood. So he's just going to move forward just a little bit. You got Mirror Blade.
I cannot engage you. At least get in combat with you. I'm chasing you.
No!
Chasing you.
Yeah, with a toe on the necropolis.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's absolutely fine. Right, I don't like the fact that the Briar Queen is kind of just sitting here like a lemon on top of this thing. So she needs to get out of dodge. I think what I do is I just accept that this middle objective is gone. And I go like this. And then I use a triple to bring back him.
Sweet. So at the end of the turn then, I take these 2.
You do.
I take yours, you take mine.
Yeah, so you do that. I take these. Right. Any objectives that you get, I get attack on 2 fronts, because I took 2 that were yours, and I guess you do the same.
I do.
Yep, so you get 2 points for that. I get 2 points, and I also get an additional one for Morbid Consecration for killing a fighter. So I get 3 from the cards. And then...
So, wait, 1. Yep. Then I also score Dig 2 Graves.
Oh, very nice.
I killed a guy, you killed a guy. That's 2 points.
Yep. So I get 5 in total.
I also score Raise. I killed a guy on an objective. Shabadoosh.
So 5, yeah. You got 8 this time? Is that right? Yeah, you got 6 from the cards, 2 from the objectives, which is 8 points.
Sweet.
And I got 5 from the card. No, 3 from the cards, 2 from the objectives.
Yep. So I managed to sneak a lead with a very all-in play on those 2 objectives, basically.
Okay, so next turn we draw 2. We will leave activation tokens. So this is for everybody at home. I've got hold ground. If I have not lost control of an objective this round, I will get the point. And I have desolate landscapes. If any fighter uses an attack action, and that fighter is not taken down and or contesting an objective. So somewhere in the no man's land, I would have had to kill a guy. If I manage to do that, I score 2 points if he doesn't die at the end of the turn. That's good. What you got, Toast? Everybody at home.
I have Dice Necropolis, a Desolate Landscapes.
Oh, you got a Secret Cache? Secret Cache is fun. Secret Cache, I think, is one of the more, like, the better ones from the previous one. That's making a comeback.
Yes. Which I'm not going to announce yet, I don't think.
Okay, cool. And then I've got a bunch of commands as well. If I'm within 1 or more enemy fighters, I get to move up to 2 inches for Frantic Scramble. And then I've got Aura of Ending. So one of my heroes, if it's within range of an objective, I basically get to have the objective blow up and do a bunch of damage to fighters. Well, we're going to do that in a minute. What do we have for our twist? Boop.
Twist.
What's a twist? The Darkened Skies. If one plays for a few victory points, which is me, I get to pick 1 objective on the battlefield. That objective is being treated as in range of an additional friendly fighter that picked it. So, if I have any fighters within range, so the idea is, it always counts as being controlled by 1 friendly fighter, is what I get to do. I think I would force you to have to go to an objective, right? So I'm going to pick this one.
Yeah,
the
that's
Delusion. Fair. So I count as being in range.
2 guys there, which is awful.
To go and get it, right? Yeah. But anyway, let's roll some dice.
Initiative. Get some doubles.
I got a triple and 3 singles.
Ooh.
Triple 6 as well. Triple 6 is good.
Initiative.
Do have initiative. I'm going to save my wild dice, I think, because I don't have a quad, basically.
Yep, I'll make it triple 5.
Triple 5. Very good.
We've lived to quad, so I can resurrect something.
I got 4. I think I'm going to go first. At the beginning of the combat phase, I am going to reveal Supply Raid.
Oh no.
Let's pick 2 enemy fighters. I guess one will be this Luminate. You can have a piece of treasure. And I guess another one will be is going to be this Mindbound. This one. So he's going to get a treasure, and your Luminate is going to get it.
He's a Mirror Blade. He's much more advanced.
Much more. Still with 10 wounds. We're going to start with the Warcry.
Go for it.
She's going to use her triple for Howling Vortex.
Okay.
It's triple 6. I'm going to roll 6 dice. And for each 4, I'm going to do 3 damage and subtract 1 from your move characteristic.
On average, I should live and force you to burn action shooting as
average is 6 wounds. Okay, that's fine. And then I'll do a shoot action. So this is 2 dice, wounding on 4s. Oh, so 2 damage.
Yes.
And then I'll do
longer range, but lower damage.
Yeah, I'll go again. Bam! Give me a hit.
Let's go.
It's kind of sad. But that's a very hurt Mirror Blade, and you're at minus. So you're at -2 move also. So you're at minus.
That's absolutely fine.
So you can take.
Who needs to move when he can teleport, right? Okay. I think Ephelim's going to go. My boy. Man, the myth, the legend. He's got a shuffle. It's called the Ephelim Shuffle.
Yep.
Moves up.
Yep.
I'm going to shoot this guy up here because he's a bit of a pain in the
I go to T5.
And I go to Strength 7.
Oh, you're using all the dice.
Well, I'm using a double. So going all out. I had 1 hit. So like,
1 hit. Well, I mean,
1 hit.
Sure.
That's 9.
Ephelim's
Stay
done,
dead.
Right?
Stay fucking dead.
Well, I mean, I've got no more dice this turn, yeah. Okay, I guess we'll do Krulgar's Crusader. I'm going to shoot into Luminate.
Cool. I'm going to pray you continue not rolling.
Yeah.
Failing.
Winning on 3s, but it's 4 dice. Okay, here we go. Bang! In 1, that's 4. 1. And we're going to go again.
That's 7. Fuck.
2. Ooh, very good. And 4, 8, that's 10. And he drops his...
Very unfortunate. Because I wanted to not be dead. Funny enough. Boop. Okay. My Mirror Blade will live. And he's going to go get it. Double move.
Yep. Pick it up.
Pick it up. We've got 1 inch, 1 inch left, so we'll move an inch back.
Okay.
You have no shooting, right?
No shooting.
Yeah, I shoot now.
I'm gonna. You have to do a move. I can move attack. Try and kill you, but then you'll drop the treasure, and then you'll come over here with like a Thrall Master or something.
I won't need to because you don't have guys. You aren't. I believe you aren't fast enough to get there.
So I feel like I need to think about other things. That is Ephelim. Okay, we're going to try. We're going to use Chain Rasp. Is going to, so I've got to make sure I do this right. Yes. And we're going to attack. 3 dice. 3 dice. Moving on 4.
I can't do anything with that. I am running out of guys, is the issue. Yes. I will do nothing. I will live. I choose to not die.
You die.
Shit.
I do 3. So you knock the treasure out an inch away. Over there.
Only 3 guys left alive. This is actually horrendous. Everyone's fucking dead.
Turn 3. You are winning.
Barely.
There's a physical limited amount of points that can be got during this. So, so we are contesting this. Very good.
Yeah.
So I can't
get if you want it.
Down it, right? Like even this Chain Rasp is like, come to me.
Yes.
Right. Who you got left? It's just Thrallmaster. Thrallmaster? Is that it?
Yeah.
Thrallmaster is like he's got big stats. Well, I can't get the treasure. Like I've literally got 4 points on the board that I cannot get because this guy is standing here, and then this one when he got it.
But where's the issue, right? I think the Thrallmaster is going to go over here.
Oh, he's going to go get Desolation. Very good. Okay.
And then I will make it so you cannot take it off me. I'm going to teleport this guy.
Oh, that's fun. Hey, come back. That's not fun. I take that back. I take back everything I said.
Right. And I'll place him. I can't stop. If you want to engage as you can, I can't stop from doing that.
I don't have enough
moves. I think something like that.
Fine. I'm pretty sure it's Ephelim that I need to concern myself with. So next turn, I'm basically just going to do this. And then next turn, hope to knock her over. You're done, right? Is that correct? We can go here to go grab the middle boy. And then this one can go, like, up here, because I already got it. Right, if I go up here, and that should be fine. Okay, and I'm basically done. So points. You grab Delusion. I don't get
maintain.
Necropolis.
Yeah, I maintain Necropolis.
I maintain these two. I
Surprisingly.
do get this.
Yeah. So I score 2. You score 3.
Yep. So I get nothing from Supply Raid because you kept your supplies and ran away, which is sad. I do get, though, Hold Ground. I did not lose control of an objective this turn, so I get 1 point from that. And I also get Desolate Landscapes because this guy decided to use an attack action, not die, not contest an objective. So I get 3 points from the cards.
So I get Dice from Necropolis for 1, and I also get Desolate Landscapes because Ephraim did the exact same thing. Didn't attack, is alive, and not on an objective.
So you should get 5 because you get 2 points from your
Yes.
objectives plus another 3. And then I got 6 points because I got 3 points from your objectives plus another 3 because you ran away with my gold. So you are winning by 1 point going into the last turn. Ooh.
I am indeed. I'm going to scrap one of my card as well to draw a full 3.
Sure, I have no cards, so let's draw some cards.
Okay, that's difficult to do. That's difficult to do.
If some are difficult, blame John Bracken for writing the original rules. So
they're difficult in the sense that
I've only got 3 guys.
yeah, I don't have the board presence to necessarily do it easily.
Sure. Right, so I've got War of Attrition, which if I kill more enemy fighters than I die, I get 2 points. I've got the Dice of Blood, which I have to go and get. Where is the Dice of Blood? That one in this corner. So that's fairly easy, but it's only worth 1 point. And then I've got Raise if enemy fighters were taken down during the battle round within range of objective. So I basically have to kill people within range of objectives, and I can get 2 points. And they also have abilities. War of Attrition is real fun. Death comes on swift wings. If a fighter is engaged and other enemy fighters within 1 inch, you basically get to do a teleport more than 5 inches from enemy fighters, so you get to like leap away. Unleash Bloodlust. Until the end of the fight's activation, you add 1 to the damage points allocated by each hit and critical hit made by the fighter, but that fighter's not counted when players control an objective, so they get really good, but they can't contest. And then Determined Effort. I get a bonus move action of d6, but must finish closer to the closest visible enemy. That's what I got.
Cool. Well, I'm going to play most of these things as well. So with Dice of Blood and War of Attrition, but what's got Supply Raid, which is the one that you had.
Ooh.
Which I definitely cannot do. You are too fast, and I have no kill power next to anyone who can.
Oh, you could give it to the Chain Rasp. Supply Raid has Terrifying Assault. If you move, you get to turn them off for objectives. I think that there's a world where you can give it to a Chain Rasp. Like you can give treasure to my things just to slow me down.
That's true. You've got a movement 4 with no fly, which is actually pretty important, I guess.
Yeah, it's a thing. If not, you can use the ability. Anyway, let's also get a twist for this turn. Survivor's Grief. 1 extra victory point for each friendly fighter that's been taken down this battle round, so both players get that. The underdog gets to score a victory point if at the end of the battle round more enemy fighters have been taken down than friendly fighters. So we both get points, extra points for killing things. If I kill more, I get 1 more point.
Sounds wonderful.
Dice. I don't actually think I'm going to score any of this, but we'll see.
You know what? I'll deploy Supply Raid.
Supply Raid. That's fine. So that's in the beginning of the combat phase. So we can do that in a minute. I rolled a triple and 3 singles.
I rolled 6 singles.
That's a lot of singles. So you get to at least Ephraim survives. I can't just like frightful touch punch her into the future, can I?
That is very true.
I think you need to go first, right? Because you have to go first to keep Ephraim alive.
I'll make a 7th single.
7th single, okay.
7th single.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to make a double 1, and I'm going to make a double 6, I guess. I want to keep my 3 because I should be making double 3s, but that's totally not happening. And that is, as they say, that. So you get to choose to go first or second.
I'll go first.
You go first, okay. And you get to do Supply Raid if you want to.
I do.
Not my Chain Rasp. Not my Cruel Guard. Okay, fine. Fine. All right, so what are you going to do with Ephraim? Is she going to run away? How's she going to work?
Yep. I'm going to use Death Comes on Swift Wings to teleport the fuck away. Bye-bye.
Is she what's within an inch? Yeah, you totally can. So it has to be more than 5 inches from enemy fighters, I think, and that's it.
Yeah,
yep.
That's it.
Damn it, Ethelyn! Maybe calm down there.
Hey, how's it going? We're over here. And then he's got to fire twice at this Chin Rasp.
All right, well, first shot, because it might knock me off the building.
It might. And then he's hit you. On 5's currently, though. So, Haspash. That's 3.
3? Does it knock me off the building?
No.
No. Okay. Second shot.
I'll then fire again.
2 hits kill.
I had 2 hits. Come on, let's go.
Or a crit. A crit kill.
There
we go. You killed the Chain Rasp. So this treasure will get knocked out. So this is the Dice of Blood. So I need to come and get this. Like, realistically, I need to come and get this. Because I'm still 1 point behind, right? And I can't really... And Swift Wings won't work. So I basically either need to kill someone or go get the Dice of Blood, is what the game is telling me. So let's go get the Dice of Blood. Yeah. Chain Rasp will glare at you menacingly.
Best way of doing it. Mirror Blade. Sexy. Not gonna lie, I can't do much. I'm gonna wait on a Mindbound.
I'll wait on a Mindbound, that's fine. Okay, so I still need to do more to get over there. This thing only has movement 8 now on 2 moves, which isn't enough. I got 10? Can I shoot Ethelyn? I can't even shoot Ethelyn from here. That's annoying. I have to do this. So we're gonna go like here and just like shot myself in the middle of these 2 boys. Just to make you waste actions on me. I've got doubles. Oh, I do have doubles.
I'm going to kill the shit out of that guy, hopefully. I can't take that, which means that Dice of Blood's getting burnt right now. So, Unleash Bloodlust is getting popped.
Ooh, it's a good one.
Until the end of this activation, +1 damage, +1 crit.
Yes, but he can't capture. This is the downside.
I am fine with that, because this objective is fairly safe.
Yeah.
So the Thrallmaster is going to attack 10 times, 7 profile.
I accept. You're doing 4, sir.
That's fine. I'm going to fast roll for fun.
Yeah.
So 10 attacks, 3, 7.
You're gonna miss. It's fine.
21. That is 21 damage on
3,
just
6,
the crit.
9, 12. So 21, 31, 33. I explode.
33 damage.
Okay.
And funnily enough, you actually you have been like 1 hit from dead even without that ability, because it's a crazy roll.
Yeah.
Which is great. That's a murderous roll anyway. Like that's 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yeah,
26
18?
damage.
Yeah, 26,
yes,
which is almost. All right, cool.
What's it done? But she is no longer holding the objective, so I'll put an infected ball on her. My own.
Okay, you will get an extra point for killing a guy, which is annoying. You cannot get over here, can you? That's like way beyond your...
No. Yeah. Without teleports, I can't get over there. So, yeah, it's completely yours.
So I think what I'm going to have to do is activate this guy. Where is he? This guy. I'm gonna use the ability on Ray's Determined Effort. Bonus move action of D6 must finish closer to the closest visible enemy fighter, which is this guy, right? How far away am I? How much do I need to roll? 11.
More than a 1.
More than a 1. Here we go. So I need to roll 1 dice. I need to roll not a 1. It's a 6.
Hey.
Cool. So
he's swift.
6 inches.
Swift as the wind.
And I'm just going to shoot twice into Ethelyn.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. Whopping toughness 3.
Roll like toast. That's not like toast. So I do 4.
Yeah, man. It takes a special kind of gift to roll like toast.
It takes a certain level of skill to roll like toast. What you got?
You've got to press the button just right.
You got half a mind bound. And a
mirror blade.
Mirror blade, yeah.
I do. So, the mind bound moves 5.
I think I want to keep this objective. I think that's what. Oh no, I want to take this objective off you, so you have less objectives. So Chain Rasp is just going to move on to that objective and go, haha, it's mine now.
Yeah, mirror blade. He's going to force your hand a bit. Come over here.
So Black Queen is going to move. She's going to shoot your boy. You will get +1 toughness.
Yeah,
so
toughness Oh.
Wound on 5s with 2 shots.
2 crits and I'm dead.
2
My hyper
crits.
elite 135 point dude.
I do 2. And I'm gonna bring a guy back to life.
We're so back, boys.
And that's basically it, I think. This is all done. This is all done. You're done.
So I score 1 point.
But you get
I don't
thingy points, right? Do you get points for
nothing. Because I used up my cards for abilities.
So
and I don't score anything on supply rate.
I used raised. Okay, so I get Dice of Blood, which is 1 point, not 2 points. I don't get War of Attrition, so I get 4 points in total.
I scored an additional 2 points because I killed 2 guys. It's a tie.
It's a tie. It's a draw. A complete draw.
It's a tie. Perfect. Here we go.
That's SpearCry.
SpearCry in a nutshell. Every game is very close in SpearCry. It's great.
It is very close. Yeah. And even when, like, if you look at the difference in power between the 2 lists that we were bringing, like, I was bringing a more... Right, on paper it is a stronger list. Like, you can't fucking deny that. But the way the missions work in SpearCry and all that kind of stuff, because you're working towards those missions, you're working towards the cards, you get a lot of very close games, which is good. That's what you want at the end of the day. You want the games to be close.
Yeah. We've played a few times on stream, I think, on SpearCry now, and I've ran Ideneth Deepkin, all in faction Ideneth, running like meme Renglate Althea stuff, like full on meme, but like taking Ideneth and did very well with Ideneth into Skaven, who are obviously top tier competitive. And then again, taking Cypher Lords with a bit of FLM support, but mostly Cypher Lords. There was 5 Cypher Lords to only 3 FLM stuff. So it was majority Cypher Lords into Nighthaunt, who are also fairly competitive. And again, they did pretty well. They held their own. They were able to use their unique tricks because mobility is much more important in SpearCry than typical Warcry. So all of these like fast-moving elf factions are actually fairly effective at just playing the cards. And because sure, there's some kill-based cards, like elves can kill if you set it up, swarm, and do the right kind of things, right? So, and because I put in 4 guys with 5, 4, 2, 6 profiles, right? So when they crit the hit like a truck, right? We'll kill 2 spirit hosts, 56 wounds worth of spirit host killed. So it can happen.
It can happen. It can totally happen. But yeah, that's that. And what did you think, Toast, about these new cards? There were a couple that needs to be fixed. Like Dice of Blood needs to be fixed. I need to write rules for the Icon of New Lamia, because that isn't done yet. I've laid out all the new cards in front of me.
I like it. I like the commands. Like there's some really interesting objectives too. Like attack on 2 fronts and dig 2 graves specifically are really difficult to achieve.
Yes.
Because usually you don't want your guys dying, right? So dig 2 graves, you've got to have one of your guys die whilst you kill something.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like it's trying to force someone to kill a guy without making it really obvious.
Yeah. That's it, right? You get 2 points for
really
it.
cool.
It's still a kill mission at the end of the. I think at the end of the day, it's still a kill mission, so you do get it.
I like attack on 2 fronts as well because that's that's incredibly difficult without immediately sacrificing your board advantage, right? Taking 2 objectives is quite difficult to do.
Yes.
It felt great though. Like the twists were quite cool as well. I thoroughly enjoyed the commands because I think the commands are more impactful than previous cards. At least more interesting. Like being able to teleport, for example, is always pretty funky. This one here, the Desolate Landscapes, being a scabic AoE like objective nuker is a lot of fun for just doing some chip to a bunch of chaff or whatever. It's a fun thing. Removing people's ability to be on objectives or massively increasing your damage output. So you can make, because there's a lot of there's a kill based twist, there's kill based objectives. Being able to make buff your damage to crazy, like +1 crit, +1 damage is a lot.
Yes.
It's a massive increase, right? It allows you then, even weaker warbands can actually then swing in for those cheeky kills to help push towards aggressive missions. Like, big fan.
Yes.
And I kind of like the smaller objectives too.
It's interesting, right? And yet, there's also, if we clear the boards, if I zip over here, So this is how
Oh,
the
wow.
other objectives are.
There's only
So
4.
yeah, 4 small objectives, but 2 of them are very close to each other. I need to, yeah, I'm going to have to write a rule that stops things from
Almost.
double capturing. And that will, again, be in the main rule set. But that's how it is. There are only 4 objectives in this one. And if I remember the deployments that I did, there's like a deployment here, and it's like here. So you've got places to go. And then your turn 2 deployment, I think, comes in the corner, but it's like further in or something. Like, that's kind of the last thing.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe.
Again, it'll need testing. Like, we will get there. We will get there. But yeah, that's it. That is Sand and Bone. That's a sneak peek for everybody at home as to what Sand and Bone is going to be, how it's going to play. Toast, I guess you enjoyed it again?
I did, as always. I've played a whole bunch of SPEARCRY now, on and off stream. I've liked it every time. The new boards are really cool. I liked the last one. It was very spread out, the last one, which made it quite, because the objects were smaller as well and more spread out and weirdly positioned. It really promoted movement more so than possibly other SPEARCRY boards. This one is super aggressive.
Yes.
I just look at the objectives. Like, this is all about, like, this is a very combat centric board layout, and it's got to be very cool to play on, I think.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to playing more, as always.
The idea, Games Workshop is gonna, I guess, release more Spearhead Battle Packs, right? I guess it's gonna be every 6 months, maybe. But as they get released, the idea is that I add them to this, and then it's going to be expensive if you want to run a tournament with this pack, right? The tickets are going to have to be expensive because you have to afford decks for everyone. But the goal, my big goal, is to have it so that I can run a SpearCry event with all the boards set up. So the idea is, let's say, for example, it was a 8-player event. There are 4 boards at the moment. There's Ossia, Dolorum, Ashki, and Gyron. And each board would be different. So on each board, you'd be playing a different twist with the corresponding deck to that board. And I think that would be a really cool concept as an event to run.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how. Cause I think we tested with, it was Quest of Soul Swan into a horde. Testing a horde into more of an actual killy elite warband to see just how, if they, because totally, it feels great being an elf-y kind of person, being able to run around the board and do all that kind of stuff and still compete. But like Phylax, like, can Warrior Chamber compete with just their slow movement and massive hammers?
Sure.
It'd be interesting to test that out as well, in case it's been skewed too heavily towards fast-moving, objective-capturing little bastards.
Maybe, right? Maybe, because I wanted to, like, that's why all of the objectives only ever score 1.
Yeah.
So there's a limit.
Drafty.
Yeah, there's a limit to the amount of actual points that you can get just by dicking around and jumping around the board. If your opponent ever does get into a fight, they're going to kill you. And then on top of that, we've got the treasure missions that actively put treasure tokens onto your opponent's fighters, which means they slow down. And when they slow down, they can be caught. And if they can be caught, they can be killed.
Very true, very true.
I think on these kind of missions, using the treasure tokens to do things like turn off your opponent's big fast dudes, I think is a very legitimate tactic, I think.
Yeah.
We'll do more of this. I will test more of this. I've had very good reception so far. So we'll carry on.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that's it for today. Thank you everyone for joining me. Thank you everyone for seeing what we've been up to and what I've been up to designing more homebrew stuff. So yeah, Toast, I guess we will see you tomorrow. You'll be streaming. Where are you going to be streaming, Toast? Where can we find you?
You can find me at War Games on Toast on YouTube, and that's basically it. It's a cool channel for cool people. So if you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. You
should do that. Totally do that. And for me, if you're watching this, you're here. Off Meta Musings. More Warcry stuff is coming. Go to offmetamusings.com. By the way, I'm currently collating a big old homebrew resource kind of thing, and there's all sorts of links in there for all sorts of different things. SpearCry's in there. We've got reworks for things like Seraphon is in there. A whole bunch of different tournament packs are in there. So if that's something you're interested in, you can go and check it out. But yes, thank you very much for coming, Toast, and thank you very much everyone at home, and we will see you next time.
Bye.